Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. Celebrating 10 years of award-winning car talk, it's the In Wheel Time car show special. Today, coming to you from the Houston Summer Auto Show at NRG Center in Houston, Texas. Just ahead, we talk to exhibitors, some execs in attendance here at the show. We'll have a couple of new car reviews for you. We'll have the stories making auto news headlines this week. That and more just ahead on today's In Wheel Time car show. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world Mars down there. King Conrad DeLong right here. Jeffrey Zekin back over here. And let's not forget David Ainsley over here. We're so glad that you could join us wherever. Where are you coming to? Where am I?
Right here, right in front of you.
I'm looking at this camera here.
Yes,
you
are.
No,
that camera's looking at you.
Well, whatever the case may be,
Lord.
It's good to have you here with us on our very special broadcast today.
Because we're special.
Well, because this is a Friday and not a Saturday. Typically, we'll be on Saturdays from 8 to 11, but today, because of that lady down there, RoShelle Salinas, we wanted to come out here and give you a little preview of what's to come this weekend. Plus, tomorrow we're going to be at the NHRA Spring Nationals out in Baytown for drag racing if the weather will hold up. So at any rate, we wanted to come out here Friday. Thought, let's just do a special broadcast.
Sure.
And we thought, well, you know, people are on Facebook and YouTube and InWheelTime.com during Fridays, so why not let it all hang out?
Oh, and give them time to come out Saturday to the Houston
Saturday
Auto Show.
and Sunday.
Figure out what's going on out here, and they'll know what they're missing.
So, RoShelle, it's always good to see you. Matter of fact, we were talking before we went on the air, the fact that we go 9, 10, 11 months without seeing each other, and it's like you said, well, it's like I just saw you just yesterday, and that's the way it is. And we're also talking about the fact of how long we've been partnered in this car thing, and that's 10 years as well.
That's right.
So we started when the show started 10 years ago.
Time flies.
It does, and we're all having a good time.
It is.
Yeah, it is. So the show here just opened the gates just now, as a matter of fact.
We did. We opened at noon now.
Yep. And so if you're watching this on Memorial Day weekend, we're repeating this show. Did you know that?
So then you can know what you missed.
Yes.
Well, and get ready for next year because you're going back to January.
That's right. We'll
hopefully.
be in January. So
everybody will know what to look forward to in January. Make some
Absolutely.
plans.
So let's talk about this show. Very different than in shows past, obviously because we're having it here at the end of spring, the beginning of summer. So, that in itself, plus the whole COVID thing that we've all had to deal with. And that's kind of changed the makeup of this show this year. But, it looks to me as if there are just as many cars as there has been in the past. And I know that's really not the case, but it certainly seems that way.
It is pretty similar, and the only other change also is that we planned this in 3 months instead of 6.
Yeah, because y'all didn't know whether you could have an event 3 months ago.
That's right. And we went back and forth at quite a roller coaster of the rodeo was having their event, and then they weren't having their event, so we were able to get back on board and started planning pretty quickly, and we're able to pull it off. I feel when we opened on Wednesday, I had such nostalgia to see the crowds come in the door at noon and see people walking around and admiring the vehicles and chatting, and it just felt so good to see people in public again, and here at the auto show, it feels like heartwarming to me.
Yeah. Well, and it's warmer outside than it typically is in January.
This is true.
Yeah, and we're all dealing with a lot of rain here as we approach Memorial Day weekend, and it's just been a real mess as far as the weather is concerned leading up to today, and we understand that there's more rain in the forecast, but we're not going to worry about that. This is an indoor event.
That's right.
So bring an umbrella bring your umbrella to make it inside, because you're going to spend all day here looking at all of the great new vehicles. And speaking of which, there are a lot just within sight of where we are here at the Jeep booth of new vehicles that are here. The Jeep Wrangler 392, the electric Jeep is over here, the Wrangler, and the Grand Wagoneer.
Ultimately, as far as car shows go, this is their first trip into the public eye, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the first large auto show to take place. Oklahoma City and Tulsa did happen a couple months ago, and Twin Cities is going on right now. But as far as our scale of show, this is the largest to start off, and we're excited to be a part of it.
And it has been over a year since
it has, and I know that we have multiple vehicles that this is the first to be seen, like the Grand Wagoneer. This is the first auto show that it's at, and so it's nice to be able to have that opportunity for people to come see it in person.
Yeah, if you've never heard of it or never seen it before, you need to come here and check it out. What beautiful truck it is!
One of the other things that we were talking about is the fact that it's not all manufacturer displays. There are a lot of dealer displays. You won't know it when you come in and see the cars.
Right.
It's just cars. But there are manufacturers that, because of their own set of rules, couldn't make the show. This whole unmasking, if you will, that's just taken place here in the past 2 or 3 weeks, they didn't have enough time to actually look at their own sets of rules and say, oh, we can do this now.
Yeah, we're probably about 50% manufacturer displays, 50% local dealer displays, and we're fortunate to have those relationships with the dealers and for them to see the importance of the auto show, to want to, stretch their inventory and their staff to be able to be here and display at the auto show, because it's really important to have all the brands represented, because when you come, you want to make sure that you're comparison shopping with all the brands that are available, and we were able to pull that off, thankfully.
Well, the umbrella organization of the Houston Auto Show is the Houston Auto Dealers Association.
Right.
And I have been doing news stories for months now about the chip shortage that is causing actually assembly plants to shut down.
Right.
Either indefinitely or for 2 or 3 weeks at a time. Some of them are just lowering the number of shifts that they have, and they're just not turning out the cars that people are demanding because car sales are through the roof.
And that in turn causes all of these vacant new car lots as that people are driving around the city and seeing how many of these new car dealers are short of inventory.
Yes, it is an issue that everyone is dealing with, but they're working with what they can. They're definitely promoting the pre-owned option right now too, and the customization and getting your vehicle ordered instead. And I think that's kind of a benefit. People are becoming more patient, having been through this last year of learning about change and patience. And when you can go ahead and customize your vehicle and get exactly what you want, but know you have to wait for it, it's a pretty nice option.
Well, and one of the things that happens at the manufacturer's level is confirmed ordered cars take priority over base inventory cars for the dealership. So
because that was
already sold.
Right.
Yeah.
If there's a sold order on the guide, they're going to pick that up before they just pick up base inventory for the
Exactly.
dealer. So.
Were you shoveling off a little gnat there? Is
Yes,
that what that was?
there are some gnats in the building. The rodeo has been doing some activations around, and the building hasn't been used as frequently as it usually is. So
Right.
That's true.
there's some annoyances.
It's a fumigation thing.
How long did it take to set all this up? When did you start moving in?
We moved in last Friday. We started moving in things. Camp Jeep and the Ram Track were the first to move in. I'm so glad that they're back. We didn't know what COVID protocols were going to allow for them to activate, but thankfully we have Camp Jeep and the Ram Track. And so they started moving in first, and then we were ready by Wednesday morning.
Well, it's truly amazing that you got it done that quickly. To think of the breadth, the scope of all of this, it's so huge. And there's so many vehicles and parts.
The other new thing that we moved in this year that took some time and planning that we hadn't had before is we have a whole section of boats and RVs. And that was the first time we moved them in, and because of the logistics in the back of coming up a ramp, the RVs couldn't actually go up those ramps. And they're at the opposite end of the building, so we had to drive them across the complete show floor, so they had to come in first too.
How funny. I didn't have any clue they couldn't come up the ramp.
It just depends on how sharp the ramp
the stabilizers are too long.
That would be first in, last out.
Yes, that is correct. So they have to be patient.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's great to have those additions to the show this year and plan your full
something
summer.
new. I mean, Houston Auto Show is always doing something new. So bringing the motorhomes and stuff here. But the newest thing, and it's not new. How many years have you been doing Camp Jeep?
We've had Camp Jeep at least the last 6 years.
Is it 6
Yeah.
years? That is such a great thing to come visit. So if you're coming to the show, you got to go take a tour in these Jeeps, and they're going to put you in the truck.
In the vehicle.
And
with
somebody's going to drive up a hill so steep, all you're doing is staring at the ceiling.
Conrad, that is actually behind us, and I can see there's a line already to get in it.
And we've been open 5 minutes.
9 minutes.
People run to get first in line.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How much are tickets to get in?
$12.
$12.
Wow.
Under 2 years old are free. Every other ticket is $12.
And the last time that we talked to you, tickets were only going to be sold online. Yes. Well, that's changed.
That has. In COVID's changing times, every day is different. We were able to open up box offices here on site, so you can buy from a ticket window your ticket, or we also have QR codes throughout the lobby. If you want to use your phone and continue socially distance, you're welcome to buy the $12 ticket without any Ticketmaster fees via QR code too.
And by the way, speaking of COVID, I had both of my shots.
Me too.
Yeah. And so how are you handling that with masks here?
Well, it's definitely by the honor system, and masks are recommended. I have been telling people to bring a mask no matter what, because depending on your comfort level, when the crowd grows, you may want to put it on. And when you're doing a test drive or our simulator experience in the Ford display, you are going to need to wear a mask. And obviously talking to a product specialist, it's kind of a respectful thing to do today, but it's not required to wear a mask at the auto show.
Yay!
You mentioned tickets. Are there discounts for seniors or military or
$12?
Yeah, we don't have any discounts
Just
this
making
year.
Sure.
Yeah, you can stop by a local dealership. They do have some complimentary tickets for guests, and so you could stop by a local dealership and see if they have any of those tickets left.
Want to get it out there. Mm-hmm. Yep.
$12 is cheap. I mean,
exactly right.
It's a very affordable event. I mean, it's cheaper than going to a movie these days.
Yeah,
and they're not even open.
And you're going to spend longer than an hour and a half here.
Right. If you a family of 5, 2 adults and 3 kids, you're talking $25, and you've got the day.
I smell some aromas of popcorn and things in the air already this morning.
Yeah, we've got full concessions, food trucks out front too to add to the variety, and lots of things to do here at the auto show. The Subaru's having pet adoptions.
Oh, really?
So if you're trying to get a puppy,
that's their kind of home base of community marketing is through the ASPCA and
they've partnered with some local nonprofits for pet adoptions.
And Don was looking for a tiger. He wanted to adopt a tiger.
Oh, I think they captured that one already. They're off the market.
I got you.
Leave it to you to come up with something like that.
Here I am.
Yeah. I was getting into snake handling, but I decided, we'll just move on to something else.
Please do.
So what cars will we not see here?
Unfortunately, Infiniti is not here.
Oh, no.
Audi is not here.
Is that because of their national restrictions on travel and things?
Yes, most of those. Hyundai as a brand is not here. We do have a couple vehicles here from a dealer display, but their full selection is not here. And
but that's a corporate decision for traveling.
Right. A lot of it is still on the corporate policies that they have enacted still for no travel or no indoor events and in-person events due to COVID.
But you get enough support from the local dealers that they're going to loan you the inventory they have.
That's right.
To put on display.
We have Mazda, Nissan, Cadillac, VW, all represented by our local dealers, and we're really lucky to have that.
Well, I'm a Cadillac guy. I'm going to find them here in a little bit.
Yeah, they just brought in a new Escalade.
It's mine. It's
and
delivery.
It is incredible.
I'm taking delivery. Let me ask you, where are all the keys for these vehicles? I just want to know.
I can't tell you
that.
Oh, my. They're under lock and key.
Lock and key.
Yes. It's the only reason that I bring that up is because I'd hate for somebody to come out here saying, oh, well, I want to see the full line of Hyundais. I don't really know exactly which one I want, and be disappointed, or somebody come and say, oh, well, gee, I came out here to see that, and it's not here. So if you had a question on whether the vehicle that you particularly wanted to come out here and see is not here, how would you know that?
You can check on our website what brands are represented on HoustonAutoShow.com. You can message us on social media, and I've been replying to emails at info@HoustonAutoShow.com. Many people have messaged, hey, is the Bronco there? Can I actually sit in it? Is this model here, that model there? And I'll go check the show floor and
Is the
make
Bronco
sure
here?
The Bronco is here.
I mean, that's all I ever get. Hey, when's the Bronco coming out? I said, it's not coming out for a while.
And you can sit in it, and there's a display in the lobby where you can sit in it. You can see how the roof retracts. You can see how to take on and off the doors. It's a full interactive experience for you to make sure that the Ford Bronco is that you maybe pre-ordered and haven't even seen it yet. You can come check it out.
Cool.
Who's that guy there?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We know him from somewhere. He obviously just got out of jail.
Yeah.
COVID jail.
COVID jail.
jail.
That's right. So if you were to come here as a newbie, not part of the show, just as mom,
Yeah.
what would interest you the most?
Especially if you're car shopping, right? If you're comparison, trying to figure out what you want in the market today without having to travel all over Houston to each dealership, I love being able to get in and see and sit in the vehicles and make sure my whole family is going to fit comfortably. I am the mom who lets the husband drive, the friends sit up front, and then I got to be all the way in the third row with the two hooligans back there. And I need to make sure that I have space to sit and either divide them, I have leg room, and that's what you can do here at the auto show.
Plus, make sure you can reach them when you need to
And
be able to
slap
reach them.
around.
That's right.
Yeah.
So Don and Jeff are in the back with you.
Yeah, and but we're in an Escalade.
Right. So I think that's the best part. And my kids love being able to sit in the driver's seat of the vehicle, participate in the Camp Jeep and interactive exhibits. And, to have all of that just at your fingertips and talking to product specialists makes it a really fun event.
In one place.
In one
as
place,
opposed
under
to
one
having
roof.
to drive from dealer to dealer to dealer to dealer.
Right.
You bring it all under one roof.
And I think that's important that you're talking to a product specialist, not necessarily a salesperson.
Correct.
A product specialist that'll answer your questions, tell you features, tell you all kinds of things, but won't really sell you a car.
Yeah, they're not going to pressure you on financing today or anything.
That's right.
It's just about educating you on the vehicle so that you can make the best buying decision.
And in some
That's
instances, those product specialists are a little more knowledgeable than some of the salespeople that are out there. So
Sometimes
because they go
they
through
are
a lot
talking,
of training before
yes,
they get here.
and they're talking about these vehicles at auto shows around the country.
Right. So they get a lot of practice at
Yeah.
it, specifically focused on that one, not on 15 or 20 models that are out on the
Exactly.
dealership floor, but that particular vehicle is theirs.
So true.
So we've got today, Saturday, and Sunday. What are the hours?
We're today till 9:30 at night. Tomorrow we open at 10 till 9:30 at night, 10 a.m. to 9:30, and then Sunday 10 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Oh, wow. Those are long hours.
So plenty of time to come.
Yeah.
What car dealership have you ever been past on a Sunday and somebody's got their car that they drove there and it's got it parked up there next to the
In the
gate?
driveway.
Yeah.
Mom and dad and
Yeah.
the kids are out there looking at the cars and the dealership's closed.
Yeah, we do have the weekend law in Texas, so you can only be open one day of the weekend. So don't worry about that. We're open all weekend long here at the
Right.
auto show.
And the reason they do that is they don't want to be bothered by a salesperson. So
Exactly.
come to the Houston Auto Show and enjoy it.
Well, that's part of it, but the other thing is the time that they have. I mean, the way families are, at least the way mine was when I had the girls and growing up, Saturday was jam-packed with events, baseball, soccer, whatever it was.
Yeah. True.
And
Very
Sunday was
Yep.
really the only time that we had for family on a typical weekend, And so there is that, and I think that's a huge selling point to come to the Houston Auto Show. Every car manufacturer, for the most part, is here one way or another, and Sunday is a great family day, and why not come to the car show?
And if you want to see some of the Highline cars, they're here. You said Aston Martin was here?
Yeah, Aston Martin is here from Star Motor Cars. We've got Indigo and the Indigo Group, and Post Oak Motors is also here with all your high-end Bentley, Rolls-Royce, McLaren, Lamborghini. My kids love to go drool at those. They don't get to see them often on the roadway.
We love
so,
to drool at them, too.
Yeah.
So that's really fun to be able to go check those out, too.
Well, it's always fun, well, certainly for me, but I think for most people to go and look at the new cars.
Of course.
Even if you're in the market for a new car or not. Let's go see what, Mrs. Smith down the street is driving in that brand new, what looks like $1 million car. Let's go see how much that thing really costs. And let's go look at the inside of it, because you're too proud to go down there and knock on the door. Hey, man, I like your car. There's that.
Yeah.
I'm one of those kind of weirdo kind of guys that
You'd go down and
you
knock
go down
on
and
the
knock
door.
on the door.
I would.
Yeah, but even if you're a technology person, there's so much technology in these vehicles. That,
Don't get me
the new
started on
screens
that.
and-
I've got a review that I'm going to do of a BMW that I drove a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I was in that car.
I have my youngest daughter is an astrophysicist, and she's very smart and very very knowledgeable about
Analytical.
all of the high-tech stuff, and she can zip through all the computers in these cars and da-da-da-da-da-da. So she was here a couple of weeks ago, and I had the fortune of driving a new BMW M5 competition.
Nice car.
Very nice car.
Hot rod.
Very fast, 600 horsepower. But this thing has an infotainment system in it that, for me, I am not very high-tech about it. And she's zipping through all of the menus and stuff. She says, Dad, it's kind of overkill, isn't it?
It's too much.
And there are some cars, and this one in particular, in my opinion, it's overkill. Unless you were an absolute tech geek.
Yeah, but
you
Don,
would never drill down into any of these other menus because you can control almost every facet of the car, from the engine to the transmission to the suspension to the lighting to the sound system.
you'd have to be really into that car to understand all of
Yeah.
it. But Don, your Betamax clock still flashes 12.
And I was the dummy that bought the Betamax machine instead of the VHS and paid a whopping amount and only used the playback and record functions on
But
it.
that M5 was stunningly beautiful.
was.
That was a good-looking car.
Yeah, well, it was at $136,000, I believe. if
And
memory
people are
serves
waiting
me.
in line to buy.
Oh,
I
yeah.
doubt they build very
Yeah,
many of them.
it was pretty incredible.
But the safety tech features have been really impressive too, and I think they've come a long way. We have a Kia Telluride as one of our company vehicles.
Yes, very
and
nice.
Those are
man,
cool.
The blind spot camera on that is really impressive because no matter what, they've made the mirrors bigger on the vehicle and added a little light that shows someone's in the blind spot. But
Right.
now you turn on your blinker and then the heads up, there's the camera showing the blind spot.
Wow.
I mean, that's really smart technology to keep people safe on the roadway.
Well, they've been working with the government to try to do away with the real rear side view mirrors that are on
And
there.
put cameras
and
up
put
in place.
cameras on them because it's much more aerodynamic and much more efficient, especially if you're on the highway.
I didn't think about that. That's very true.
Yeah.
And you can
then
see so much better.
but I know what will happen then. They'll just squeeze in one more lane of traffic too, because then we can narrow the
now
lanes.
because the cars are narrower.
Cars are narrower.
Well, they're already designed, the coefficient on the airflow is already designed for the mirror. And then plus they're folding mirrors when you park. I have that. So getting rid of the mirrors is really no big deal to me.
Do I need to turn around here
No,
and
no,
look at you while you speak?
And we need to move Jeff
I
down
should have
here.
worn.
We need to move Jeff
We should
down
have
here.
worn. We should, I guess, bring our gray shirts so we all look like we're
The bowling
we'll have
team.
to
the bowling team.
Totally.
Hi, we're the Houston Auto Show bowling team. Our handicap is personal.
I thought it was me.
Oh my
gosh.
goodness.
We've lost control.
Yeah,
We are out of
but,
control.
But you're right about how the advancement of the safety systems now in a lot of vehicles are just standard equipment.
It
you know,
is.
when I was working for Oldsmobile back in the 80s, the big thing was anti-lock brakes, and then the big thing was airbags. You don't even think about those anymore because everything has analog brakes and airbags.
That was the 1880s.
Yes, it
My
was.
1980 Oldsmobile was my first car, and it spoke to me. It was the first car to speak to you, and it would tell me, fasten your seatbelt, and you click and it said,
Oh,
thank
wow.
you. Tell you your door is ajar. We thought it was the most high-tech thing.
Was it a
existent.
Cutlass?
No, it was a
Achieva.
It must have been a upper end model.
Oh, come on.
Tornado.
No.
98, 88.
Oldsmobile.
442.
Oh, my gosh. I'm drawing a blank.
It's all right.
Normally, I just called it the cucaracha.
Oh.
Really?
I
Why
can't
did you
think of
call
it.
it the cucaracha?
Because the way that it would speak to you, my dad's sales or landscape team, that my dad's a landscaper, they said it seems like you would honk the horn and it would play La Cucaracha.
Oh.
So that's just what we called it.
Really? How fun?
What color
Yeah.
was it?
Blue. Blue.
The blue.
I wrecked it on the
Cucaracha.
first day pulling out of a driveway, and the only thing that happened to it was the clips on the front bumper slid. One slid sideways, and that was it. The lady I hit, unfortunately, messed up.
Tore her car.
Messed up big time.
Did it say ouch when you hit it?
It said,
Ouch.
It said, call your mom.
Call your mom.
At least it didn't call her for you. Yeah.
Well, in today's cars would
They
call
would that,
for
yeah,
you, you
exactly.
know.
They're watching you.
Yeah, they're going.
That's what's so fascinating.
Guess what RoShelle just did?
Yes, and seriously, with the teenage monitoring of driving in the systems today, they have that.
Well, and I'm surprised that with how camera forward all these vehicles are today, that at the moment of impact, that they don't capture the last 10, 15 seconds of every camera on the car. That's not out there. You know, now if you want video of your driving, you have to put your phone up or buy a camera to do that.
And save it on a chip or something.
And save it
Yeah.
somewhere else. But the cameras that are on cars today are very high tech,
Right.
very good definition, a lot of
High quality
a
stuff.
lot of high
I'm sure
quality
an engineer
cameras.
somewhere is thinking of
Yeah,
that.
Well,
and I'm betting there's a lawyer somewhere thinking about it too. That we don't want to get into that
Yeah,
liability
there's a lot
game.
of lawyers thinking about it. You know.
That's the problem with autonomous driving.
if
liability.
If you look at the cost of a car, and this was back, 15 years ago, it was about $1,800 a car was just put away for litigious legal costs that may occur at some point in the future.
And then there's all these knuckleheads with the AI that are trying to defeat the system, and they're getting caught or getting hurt.
By the way, are you staying with us?
Sure.
Are you?
I'll hang around. I'll hover.
Okay. Well,
I know you're speaking to a few of my colleagues around.
okay. Well, I don't have that. I don't have the schedule, so.
Oh, well, you've got fun stuff coming from classic cars. We've got the, Buzz from Evolve Houston.
Well, and
trying
that
to talk
Buzz
about
stops over-
electrics.
Yeah.
We talk to Buzz all the time. He's a
Yeah,
hoot.
he's great.
He's a
He's a
good
hoot.
guy.
Okay.
And then we've got a few aftermarket displays this year, and one very unique one called Nothing in One that protects your vehicle in many ways, one being flooding. So I
Oh,
think people
yeah.
will be interested to hear about their technology.
Looking forward to hearing how that works.
Yeah.
In my mind, I'm kind of trying to figure out.
Saran wrap.
Kind of like
That
an,
may be
High-tech
an
saran wrap.
inflatable cocoon.
Lobotomy.
Yeah. I've seen that. Is that what it is? The inflatable
Well,
thing?
we'll have to wait till the guy gets
Yeah.
in
All
and
right.
ask him.
Well, I'm just trying to get a little
we don't want to
tease.
steal his thunder.
Tease so people stay tuned in. Isn't that
Yeah.
part of radio marketing?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't know anything about that, would I?
Come to the auto show and see him in person.
Yeah, that's right. You can point and make fun of me.
We do all the time.
All the time, I know.
Okay, you're on.
Okay, great. Thank you. So RoShelle Salinas, Houston Automobile Dealers Association and Houston Auto Show with us. And we thank you for joining us today. If you'd like to get in touch with us anytime, you can always shoot us an email. The address is info@inwheeltime.com. We've got more from the Houston Auto Show, the Summer Houston Auto Show, right after a quick break. Stay with us. Winning the highest sales satisfaction award among all luxury brands from J.D. Power in 2020 tells you everything you need to know about your Lincoln purchase from Bayway. Bayway Lincoln is where a premium buying experience is a priority, and you're invited to feel it yourself. This Houstonian-owned premier dealership is managed by Lincoln Stahl, a seasoned member of the Bayway family. If it's online, in person, or in your own driveway, Bayway gets you to the luxury level you deserve. Bayway Lincoln is on the Gulf Freeway at Fuquay, just inside Beltway 8. Visit BaywayLincoln.com today. Tailpipes and Tacos expands again. Now you'll be able to participate at 3 Lupi Tortilla locations. Tailpipes and Tacos is Houston's premier Saturday morning cruise-in, featuring made-to-order breakfast tacos, fresh coffee, and good times. Mark your calendar for Saturday, June 19th for Tailpipes and Tacos, now at 3 Lupi Tortilla locations. Highway 249 in Tomball, West U on 59 near Kirby, and in Katy on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard. At Tailpipes and Tacos, you'll see collector cars, hot rods, customs, magnificent originals, and resto mods. Cars from all over Southeast Texas cruise in and show off in a friends and family event at 3 Lupi Tortilla Mexican restaurants in Katy, Tomball, and West U. Drag racer car enthusiast and Lupi founder Stan Holt brings you Houston's hottest cruise-in, Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, June 19th, 8 to 11 a.m. The In Real Time Car Show will be broadcasting from the Katy location. Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday morning, June 19th, 8 to 11 a.m., now at 3 locations, Tomball, Katy, and West U, weather permitting. You see all the new ceramic car wash cleaners on TV now, but John Gray at Gulf Coast Auto Shield has been using ceramic coatings on Houston's most expensive cars for years, and he'll tell you that nothing beats the real thing. Gulf Coast Auto Shield installs a coating over your paint that actually comes with a warranty. If you just picked up your Lambo, your Aston Martin, Porsche, Ferrari, any other exotic car, chances are your car will have company that have already found Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Now, you don't have to own an exotic. Maybe you got a truck, an SUV, or even an older vehicle that needs a little love. Well, let John Gray give it a look and give you an estimate on refurbishing that paint and making your vehicle look new again. How about getting a gift certificate for the wife's birthday or anniversary from Gulf Coast Auto Shield and tell her, honey, I know you love your car, so why don't we get it looking new again? It'll be the best gift ever, one that she'll never forget. Get hold of John Gray at gcautoshield.com or give him a call, 832-264-0670. Gulf Coast Auto Shield. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.